this
Okay.
is it for me. I have no interest in anything else. I have no interest in doing anything else in my life.
Wow.
I want to make movies.
Yeah.
It helps that I'm working with like incredibly talented people. My cast is fucking incredible. Like
Yeah.
Cameron Anderson, Julianne Mason, Farrah Taylor, and Nicholas Doucette.
Okay.
Fucking phenomenal actors. Like I
Yeah.
am so blessed. I saw like you sent me that message and I was like, I didn't know you had a podcast. Okay, let me do some research. And I looked at everything and I was like, damn, this is a podcast. This isn't like just some fucking out of my mom's basement type shit.
Oh
Are you
yeah.
out of your mom's basement?
I'm literally in my mom's basement. Dream actor or actress that you would want to work with.
Um, living or dead?
What is it?
Living or dead?
I don't know who that is.
Living or dead? Oh my God.
Oh my god, I couldn't understand you. I was like, what are you
So
saying? Welcome back to Off the Record. I'm your host, Jordan Rance. My guest today is a writer and director from Niagara Falls. Jesse Roman is here to talk about his new film, Shelf Life, an intense romantic thriller starring Julianne Mason, Farrah Taylor, and Cameron Anderson. We're also going to talk about what it takes to bring a film like this to life. And trust me, it's going to be a good one. So as always, without further ado, please join me in welcoming Jesse to the show, and let's get into it. Jesse, how's it going? Welcome, welcome.
I'm
And
good, bro.
and
How you
sort
doing?
of artificial how's it going, because we were just kind of talking. But you know what? For the viewers and listeners, we're here. I have to catch my breath. I try to do those intros all in like one thing, and you know,
Yeah, no, I was gonna say like that when you were counting down there and then you asked me how I was like, dude, this is really weird. So it's like
yeah.
because we
You
just
know,
had
I
this whole
mean,
conversation
yeah,
before we started,
yeah,
and like that was like what like a 15-minute conversation, and they just reset. That's so
yeah.
funny.
Like an
I'm just
artificial. What's up? Yeah, yeah.
That's great. That's great. This podcasting world is crazy, bro. It's
I
crazy
know, right?
tense.
Yeah. Well, it's just like when we, you yell action, right?
Fair
That's what it
enough, bro.
is.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. If you're, I have to ask, if your life had a genre, what would it be and why? What kind of life are you living, Jesse Roman?
Holy shit, dude. Um, it's crazy. Well, right now it's definitely I mean, for the last year, it's definitely been a romance for sure. I
Okay.
can't deny that. I mean, like
Yeah.
my girlfriend is starring in my
Yeah.
directorial, so like,
Yeah.
obviously I can't deny that. But I don't know. It's fucking all over the place. I'm genre bending. My life is genre
Yeah.
bending.
It's an
So
ever evolving. Yeah.
I'm definitely proud of that. You know, some days it's an action movie, some days it's a buddy comedy, some days it's a I was gonna say stoner film, but I haven't smoked weed in like 2 years. I like yeah, it's all over the place, honestly. It's a thriller. It was a thriller for the first. It was a horror film for the first like 15 years of my life, and and then it
Okay.
kind of
Shit.
switched pace. But yeah, no, it's all over the place. Right now, it's definitely a romance. Romance. Is it what is it called? A dramedy? No.
Oh.
Romantic comedy or something
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
Rom-com.
Rom-com. Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. There we
There
go.
you go. Hell
What's
yeah.
your what would you say your life is?
I gotta prepare for more guests to be asking me the questions I ask them. Um, my genre, fuck's sake, it's gotta be like that's a toughie.
Body
I'd
horror is it?
I'd have to go with I don't know, maybe like action horror. Like it's sort of the same sort of stuff as you, right? Like where it's always changing. Right now it's a lot of it's the sort of building part. I don't know where you call that. You'd be like, I don't know.
It's
Maybe
you're at the you're at what's it called? It's like the getting better montage or something like that. Like You got
something.
some like
It's the
funky
yeah.
music playing, and like you're
Yeah,
just
you
your
know,
life
it's
is
like
getting
this
better. You're
is
putting in the work. You know,
yeah,
you're at the montage. Your life is
the
the
montage
montage.
part. There you
But
go. Yeah,
what
hell yeah.
so what song is playing during your montage scene?
Oh man. That is so I wish I asked that. Um what song is playing? I'd say like it starts the day off with a little Back in Black by AC/DC. We start the
Okay,
day off strong. All right?
so it's a multiple song montage.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that what you're
yeah.
saying?
It
Okay.
takes you through a whole sort of roller coaster of different sort of events. Yeah, starts his day off there. Then maybe we'll hit it into some Louis Capaldi, right? A very drastic change.
Who is that?
Um,
Who is
you don't
Louis Capaldi? So wait, let me Google this real quick because
you
I'm
don't know who Louis Capaldi is?
wait, hold on a second. All right.
No.
Capaldi?
Yeah,
Oh,
Louis
sounds like a
Capaldi.
gangster.
Oh damn.
This guy this guy is a virgin for
He
sure.
okay, yeah. Yeah, he's not the most attractive, no.
Dude, no offense
But
to Louis Capaldi. Jesus Christ.
oh no.
Maybe it's just you know it's just
Just
I think
ripping
it's
into him.
no, it's not Louis Capaldi's fault. I think it's Google's fault. I think see when I'm famous, I pray that Google does me really well with the default picture. You know, when you like look up
Yeah.
something and
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
get the
yeah.
default picture. I hope my default picture is sick as fuck because if I get some
Yeah.
Louis Capaldi shit, I'm gonna be
I haven't
pissed,
seen
bro.
what his is.
Dude, look him up right now, dude. Look him
He's
up
done
right now.
bogus. Okay, Louis
Yeah, dude. Google fucked
Capaldi.
him over.
We're looking at it. Oh no.
Yeah, see, bro.
Oh no.
Jesus, dude, if
That's
Google does me
tough.
like that, I'm gonna be really upset. I'm gonna call the
Yeah.
CEO of Google and tell him to take my shit
Gotta
down
change
because
that shit
those,
right now.
yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Well, prayers to him. Man, you write films, you direct, you do all the things. When did that all start? Was that sort of a life I don't know,
Yeah, man.
interest or did that
It's yeah, it's I've been writing for as long as I can remember. I've been wanting to be a filmmaker since like this, my first memory of watching a film. Obviously, I have no idea if this is the first one. Probably not. I probably
Yeah.
watched like fucking Monsters Inc. when I was like 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
But so,
Yeah.
my first memory of watching a film was with my dad, and it was
Okay.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raider.
And
Okay.
it's just ever since I don't know if it's ever since then or just I've just always been thinking about movies. Like ever since that was the
Hmm.
movie that I watched that I was like, man, this is what I want to do. This is like this
Yeah.
is it for me. This is I have no interest in anything else. I have no interest in doing anything else in my life.
Wow.
I want to make movies that
Yeah.
are as cool as Indiana Jones. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was just and yeah, I just started writing and uh I just there was no like structure to whatever I wrote. It was just sort of like I had an idea and I wrote a short story about it, or I wrote
Hmm.
like a film, or like I played out the film with my Legos or something like that when I was a kid.
Right.
I still play out films with my Legos, but that's just between you and me. That's
Yeah.
but yeah,
It's our
no,
little secret.
yeah. Off the record.
Off the
So,
record. I love it. Yes.
yeah, I don't know. There isn't really like I don't know. Like when people ask that question, I think they're looking for like uh what's the word like a inciting incident of like when you become an artist or like
Like
the
that moment
impetus,
that you
the moment
finally
to I think you're just always an artist. Like at some point in your childhood, you've developed enough that you can start making your own decisions, whether they're like I don't know, like systematic or science related or mathematical related or like
yeah.
creative, whatever it is. I mean, even people that are scientists and mathematicians, they're creative in some capacity because they have to come up with theories and things like that. But you just kind of
Yeah.
make your own, you just start making your own decisions. There's no moment. Like I always, when people ask me, what is the moment you decided to start making movies or why did you start making movies? I always reference the Indiana Jones with my
Right.
dad, but like,
It's the
is that
earliest
it? No.
memory that you kind of remember, but yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah.
it wasn't the I didn't watch Indiana Jones, and when the credits rolled, I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm gonna do this."
Yeah,
You know, it was
yeah,
just like it just
hmm
kind of happens.
yeah. No,
Uh,
I get that for sure. Yeah,
but yeah, it's just kind of you kind of just flow into it, and like the way I describe it, there's especially with writing. So you actually read Shelf Life,
I did.
the first
Yes,
draft,
yeah,
and you were
which
reading.
is
I wanted you to
phenomenal.
read for the boy. Thank you. The script. So the script has a really profound effect on everybody that's read it. There hasn't been every reaction. Obviously, I'm not saying this to be arrogant. Maybe I am. We'll keep that between.
Off the
But
record. Yeah.
every yeah, every person that's read the script has had a really like a visceral reaction. Obviously, if you haven't, then you can speak as well. But like just
No,
the
yeah,
reactions that I've gotten from the script have been very compelling, and everyone has
yeah,
had a very serious personal reaction to
for
reading the
sure.
script, and that's something I'm very proud of. But uh, it just for some reason, like writing to me, I always there's a scene in Good Will Hunting where
Hmm.
uh, um, fucking Matt Damon's character
Yeah.
is like the girl asks him like what's how can you do it, like why can you do this, like how are you so capable of doing this, and he says I don't know, it's just like Mozart sitting down and he could just play the piano, like he didn't need
Yeah.
lyrics, he didn't need sheet music, he could just play the piano. For some
Right.
reason, like it's just always been the same with me. Like when I sit down in front of my computer, I write by hand, and then I write it on my computer because if I gave my handwritten script to somebody, it would be you wouldn't be able to read it. It's so it's like my handwriting is awful, but
Just chicken
I
scratch.
yeah, yeah, but I don't know. Like I could. There's no writer's block. It's just when I have an idea and I sit down in front of my computer or my pen and paper, I could just play. I could just write.
Hmm.
There's no hesitation, there's no insecurity, there's no I'm doing this wrong, there's no this is
Yeah.
bad.
It's a
I
safe
just
space for you. Yeah.
yeah, I just do it.
Yeah.
I just do it and
Yeah.
it just works out for some reason. I don't
All right.
I
Well,
don't
that's just
there's
like
no
your brain. You're gifted in that sense, you know?
yeah, like gifted. I don't know, like I feel like gifted is a strange word. I feel like people kind of label you with like gifted to like just sum you up into something. And I
Okay.
just feel
Right.
like it's just a simple label to say somebody is gifted. And of course there are incredibly gifted people out there, and I
For
might be
sure.
one of those people, but like I think it's way more complicated than that. Like the life that I've lived up to this point to where I can
Hmm.
write and sit down,
Hmm.
that life has led me to the point where I can just sit down and play the music, if that makes
Yeah.
any sense. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what your original question was, but I hope that answered it.
I just talked about like the fact that you're a writer and director, and you know what? You did exactly what
Yeah, I don't.
I was hoping for. You know,
Directing
you
is uh, directing is so that's more of the writing, but the directing is
yeah.
like an entirely different
Oh, for
animal. Like
sure. Yeah.
you have this film that I'm working on, Shelf Life, right
Hmm.
now
Yeah.
is a little bit different because I'm kind of doing a lot of everything that I shouldn't be doing as a director. Like I don't have an AD on most of my shoots. I don't have a DP. Sometimes I don't even have a DP. Um, sometimes I don't have a producer. Sometimes I don't like I'm filling in on a lot of roles that I shouldn't be filling in on to focus on directing. And um, it's kind of stretching me, you know, it's stretching me thin because I do want to focus on just directing my actors and directing the scene, but for this project, because of funding or whatever it is, that you kind of have to
Hmm.
spread yourself thin, especially when you're making independent films. But it feels good, but in one capacity, it's very straining. And
Yeah.
like, so I can't really define myself as a director right now on this project because I'm spending so much time doing a bunch of other shit that is like prohibiting me from totally committing myself to just staring at the monitor or staring at the performance and giving adjustments. giving like proper direction.
Yeah.
It helps that I'm working with like incredibly talented people, especially my actors. Like my
Yeah,
cast is,
it's
we'll
great.
talk about them more later,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
just as a footnote, my cast is fucking incredible. Like
Yeah.
Cameron Anderson, Julianne Mason. She's gonna be pissed. I didn't say her name first. But Julianne Mason, my girlfriend, Cameron Anderson, Farrah Taylor, and Nicholas Doucette,
Okay.
fucking phenomenal actors. Like I
Yeah.
am so blessed. I did a play with them in November of last year that kind of
Okay. Yeah.
solidified that I wanted to work with them,
Yeah.
minus Nicholas Doucette. But um, just absolutely, excuse me, like they make my job so easy as a director.
All right.
Sorry again.
That's
But
okay.
like part of that could be equated to the writing. Like the writing is there. The writing when the writing the page is um good enough that you can sort of work from that, then obviously it makes your job easier as an actor. But I don't even have to
Yeah.
give them like much direction. So I make micro tweaks and micro adjustments, but they give me exactly what I want
Yeah.
right off the hop with
Right.
no explanation, no like deliberation, no like sit down right before the scene and say this is what I want and this is how you're going to get there. They don't even have any questions about
Yeah.
the script. They get the emotion right away. And like the tweaks that I make are very minor. Like don't say this word because it doesn't sound cinematic or something
Yeah.
like that. Or like give me a little more of this or like um when you jump into this, really attack it. Like give me that reverberation when you say this phrase. But like
Right.
they're just incredible at understanding the material and
Mm-hmm.
knowing
They're
what to
really
give
putting the
me.
work to
Yeah,
really
yeah.
understand
I
their
mean,
characters. Yeah.
like we've been thinking it like this is I wrote this about a year ago. Also,
Mm-hmm.
if you need to talk, then you
No.
let me know because
Nope.
I
You
don't
do it.
even know
You keep
what
doing
I
your
said.
thing. Keep doing your thing,
Okay.
buddy. You're all good.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I love it.
but, um like I finished writing this. I should I just tell the story of this like entire script or like is this
Yeah. Talk
I
about
feel like
whatever
it's
you
just
want.
from the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
But a
I'm
year
here for it.
ago, okay, sick. A year ago I was working on some stuff with a couple of friends of mine and then we kind of parted ways and I was living with my another friend of mine, River Foster,
Okay.
who is an incredible director, probably the best I wrote the play with him and directed the play with him, and he is by far the best director I've ever seen work. And
Yeah.
he's always on my set. He's been on my the set for Shelf Life just because I need him there to learn for, like how to be a better
Yeah.
director because
Wow,
he
eh?
is
Yeah.
fucking phenomenal. He knows how to
Yeah, yeah.
speak to actors. He knows how
Wow.
to communicate ideas, and just watching him work is just phenomenal. Anyways, incredible
Mm-hmm.
director. I had the privilege of living with him when I moved to
Yeah.
Toronto,
Yeah.
um, and he we kind of were just spitballing one night and we are like, why don't we just do like we just each decided to write a short film for whatever reason. And I
Okay.
he wrote something he's working on right now, which I'm not gonna talk too much about because I
You
don't know how
sure,
much he
yeah.
wants to share about it.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
and I wrote Shelf Life
Yeah.
at the time and I wrote it in like a night and a half. So like I wrote it and then I spent another night just kind of fiddling around.
Right, right, right.
But and then I gave it to him and uh he was like, holy shit, dude, you need to like actually think about this because this is like something you can do something with. And that was the moment where I like took the script and realized that this is what I want to be my directorial
Mm-hmm.
and actually want to work on.
Yeah.
And
Well, it probably felt like super like I can't even imagine how that could have felt like just hearing that from someone that you look up to, in the directing
yeah,
world of things, right? Like if this person is saying that, how good this is, that's
yeah,
sort of like
yeah,
a sign. It's like, damn, yeah, you do need to
for
get this
sure.
done. Yeah.
That was it. He's a bit older than me and I put a lot
Right.
of respect into him.
Yeah.
And just him saying that was kind of like I just had to think about it for a second. And then I wanted a second opinion even after that. So I wanted a second opinion because he spent like a while talking about his thoughts about it and like how the potential of the script and I was just like okay, let me hear somebody else talk about this. So I gave it to my
Yeah,
girlfriend, and
yeah,
she read it with Farrah Taylor and
yeah,
Cameron Anderson, who play the two other leads. She read it with them,
yeah,
and then uh, I was in the other room while they were reading it, and just hearing the reaction
yeah,
to the script was
yeah.
like core memory. Like it was incredible. And then afterwards, they were all of them. They were just like over the moon about like getting this made. And um, yeah, that was like after that, I was just like, okay, these are the three leads. You guys are gonna play the three leads, and we're gonna do everything we can to get this off the ground.
Yeah,
And we spent like 6 months trying to put together a crew and funding and stuff like that.
right.
And then we started shooting. And like, dude, it's just been one. I'm like waiting for the loss. Like I'm waiting for the moment where I'm like, yeah, no, it's been too good, But like every
Oh
time we
yeah,
step on
something's
set,
got to go
every
wrong.
time, yeah, like I'm waiting for it. Like I'm waiting.
Hmm.
I'm just like every day I wake up, I'm like, dude, today, like I'll get up for a set day and I'll be like, today's the day where I'm not going to get the performance I want, or like I'm
Uh,
not going to get the visuals that I want. I'm not going to get the iconography. And then it happens and I'm like, dude, like it's okay, it's going to be tomorrow. Like it's not, but it's been win after win after win. Like, and
yeah.
it's just
Well, that's
so,
good.
it
Yeah,
feels like I'm not like, I'm not going to try to get into this, but like it just feels fateful. Like it just feels so like, intentional. Everything that just feels
yeah.
like it's falling into place and
Well, it's your
everything is
calling,
working
right? I
out.
think, like, in this whole thing, right? Like, and not even just talking about like this movie specifically, but I think just I mean, the fact that I think it's incredible the fact that you at such a young age, you know, knew that
Young
this
age
is
is
what you wanted to
crazy.
do.
I'm 25, bro. I was
No,
fucking
I'm
old
talking
as
about
shit.
like when you were a kid, like because you had mentioned how like you watched Indiana Jones and you're like,
Yeah.
this is it, right? And just throughout your whole life, right? Like you really stuck to that. Because I mean, for me, I mean, I've told a ton of people this. I've said it word for word. Actually, this is that I've always wanted to be an actor. I've always, I mean, people have told me you're a great actor, but I never thought I could do it. I was like, well, pfft, yeah, it's too hard, and I mean, and I grew up in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Yeah,
Um,
River's from Winnipeg, actually. That's
oh,
crazy.
is he? Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm actually here now. Like I'm living here again. I moved out of Toronto
Toronto.
temporarily.
Oh, are you in Winnipeg
Um,
right now?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
Oh
I'm
shit.
coming
Okay.
back to Toronto soon, but I don't know when. Um, but anyways, I mean, and I think the fact that where I grew up, not shitting on Winnipeg, I think it's a pretty fine city, but um, I mean, I definitely think that that had a lot to do with not thinking I could do it, because I was like, well, then I'd have to move somewhere, and like back then, the idea of moving away or moving, anywhere, right, was just a completely like out of like not gonna happen. Um, but yeah, I mean, until one day I was just like, you know what, I can do this, and I will do this, and well, the rest is history because I just decided from there, I'm like, I am gonna go to Toronto and I am gonna learn all these things and I am gonna like fully commit to this. So I could definitely see where you're coming from, right? Like yeah, like it's our
Yeah.
calling, right? It's what we're
It,
all.
it it's interesting to you kind of like implemented your location into what you were talking about, and
Mhm.
I've always had this like I don't know how to like it might be like a discombobulated articulation of this, but like I'm from Niagara Falls, right?
Yeah,
And everyone knows Niagara Falls. Like everyone knows what
that's
Niagara Falls is.
yeah.
And for some reason, like I've always just had this like internal belief that like the place where you are kind of damn, I don't know if I know I
Well,
have the
I
right
think
words
it
for this.
influences your life a lot,
Yeah,
because I
well,
mean, like
that's what I want to get at, but like there's just a different thing.
sort of, hey,
I'll think about it, but like
yeah,
that's kind of what I'm getting at. And
yeah,
like
yeah,
I don't know, this the the way that I write and the way that I communicate in the script is very it has like a very like I'm hyper fixated on iconography and like creating icons out of films and creating like
Yeah,
visual literacy with the medium that I have, which is filmmaking.
right.
And there's the place that I grew up. There's no coincidence that the place that I grew up is like a very visceral place that people
Yeah.
know and understand, and
Mm-hmm.
people just have opinions about, and is iconic in itself
Yeah,
without
yeah.
even like trying to be, or like I don't know if that
It's
I just don't have the
recognized.
words.
Yeah, like it's like a place like I don't know. I mean, maybe not to the same extent, but it's the same lines as like L.A. I think what you're trying
Yeah,
to say is where it's
yeah,
pretty well
something like
known.
that.
Um,
Like like somebody says Niagara Falls, you know
yeah,
where Niagara
yeah.
Falls is,
Hmm.
and for some
Exactly.
reason, like when I make something, or especially with this film, and literally every like there's no question about it. When I start writing about something, I think about how can I make this iconic, to make its own
Hmm.
visual literacy, to make its own fandom, to make its own um, statement. That comes partly from Spielberg. I heard Spielberg say once, if you could tell what your character looks like by its silhouette, then you did a really good job creating the character.
Yeah,
And I've just like that's just the best character advice I've ever heard in my life. There's
yeah,
just like that's the best thing you could do for your character. But regardless of that, like there's just like this really like profound connection of like where you come from and like how you communicate your work, if that makes any sense.
yeah,
There's better words for this that I will think of outside of this podcast when I'm
yeah,
like
yeah,
sit in the shower, like, damn, I
yeah.
fucking should have said that on.
It's all
But
good. Yeah,
if that makes sense, I don't know. I think we've
yeah.
been
No,
rambling on about this, but
I definitely, I get what you're saying for sure. I think, like, I mean, what I was thinking, kind of what you're talking about is, going kind of what I was saying about how where you come from really it has an effect on like who like what the type of person you are. Um, I mean, sure, like Winnipeg nowadays is it's a growing film industry. Like there's more stuff being filmed here. But growing up, that was very unheard of here. Like within Canada, it was either Toronto or Vancouver. Um, and I think if I had fully let my environment sort of, I guess for a lack of a better term, like take control of my life, I wouldn't be an actor, right? Because like they don't come from Winnipeg 95% of the time, you know? I'd probably be like, I don't know, a fucking
what what
engineer
what
or something.
what would you be if you didn't choose to become an actor?
Like, are you saying like what else I would have decided to do, or like, I mean, well, I actually have gone through a lot. Like, I mean, even before acting school, I went to a radio broadcasting school, and that's kind of where I sort of trained my voice.
I was
I
gonna
learned a lot
say
about
that's
microphones and everything, so I know kind of if I talk closer to the microphone, it sounds a little bit more bassy and everything. That type of thing. But Well, I mean, sort of about that is I never finished radio broadcasting school because it just
that's the craziest
was
thing about us.
fucking
I never
garbage.
finished radio broadcasting school.
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
Um, it was just nothing. Well, because actually, the reason why I went to that school, not because I loved the radio or whatever, right? I mean, I thought it was kind of cool to like be one of those guys on the radio and like playing the music and talking in between, that kind of thing. Um, but for me, I absolutely dreaded high school and school just in general, right? And this uh, broadcasting program, it wasn't specific to radio, but that was like the biggest thing that I was sort of into. Um, it was just a 12-month program. And literally at the time, I was like, oh, nice. 12 months? in and out, and then I don't even have to worry about it after that. But then it really started to kick in. Like, I mean, first off, going through it, just hating the process because it was just not a ton of what I was into. But it also sort of like sunk into me that like, okay, well, what happens after, right? Like, if I go through with this, like it's kind of a commitment, right? It's kind of like you've now decided this is what you're going to do with your life, right? And it was really sort of like this part was adding, and it sort of created this sort of um, thing of this can't go on. Um, Look at me
And then you,
rambling. I don't even know
and
where I was
then,
going, but um,
and then you started a podcast, and it was
then
just
I start. Yeah,
end of
well,
story. That's it.
I wanted to do the podcast stuff like for years. It took such a long time to get this set up, and the longest part is getting the name. The name took me
Off the record with Jordan Rance.
forever.
The
I
name,
went, yeah,
dude.
I I'm telling you, I probably went through at least 100 different names.
Give me a couple. Give me a couple. You gotta give me a
Man,
little
I was
taste.
gonna like, well, the very first one where I thought that it was just gonna be called Uncensored. But then I
I
was
feel like
like,
that's a thing already, isn't it?
yeah, like it sounds, I mean, I don't think it is. I couldn't find any like other than
Okay.
like, small little like,
BuzzFeed Uncensored? Is it BuzzFeed Uncensored?
well, I thought like, I mean, at the time, I mean, I thought I could like get away with like just
Okay.
having it be uncensored. I don't know. But it seemed like such a general term, and it seemed like sort of like it lacked like originality type thing.
Hmm.
So that I scratched that. Then what was the next one? The next one was real shit, but specifically I put a exclamation point instead of the I in shit. But then I thought that might be like not advertiser friendly. Um,
You know what you should have
so
called
drop
it?
that. What's that?
You should have called it the Jordan Rance Experience.
Yeah, that's real original. Joe Rogan would
Yeah.
be sending me a cease and desist.
Getting
Um,
rancid with Jordan Rance. That would be really
oh,
cool if
okay.
that.
Where were you when I was creating this?
Dude, actually, like on that note, I don't know if I could like I'm gonna do one of those things, building off what you said, but
Yeah,
like the title is so important, bro. Like the title of
for
anything I
sure.
do, the title of anything I write decides how good it's gonna be. Like if the title is worth $1 billion,
Hmm.
the script is gonna be worth $1 billion.
Yeah,
But if the title is like just for shit, like the script is gonna be god off. I don't know why I just like the
I get what you're
identity
saying
of
for
the
sure. Yeah,
project, because that's the identity of the project.
yeah,
And
yeah,
like I don't know why, I just like I don't even know if that's even a thing. Like I could probably write a script without a title, but like I want the title just to
yeah,
like motivate me to write it
yeah,
properly, if that makes
yeah,
sense. But
yeah.
the title is great. Like the off the record with Jordan Rance is great. Like
I appreciate
that's
it.
also part of the reason why I decided to be like, because there's so many like I don't know. I feel like there are a lot of people my age. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 23.
23, bro. Shit, man. I wish I was 23.
Oh, good grief! It's
I'm
not
just
like
kidding.
you're like old.
I'm 25, but
Yeah,
I think I said that before, but
you're young and thriving.
I fucking right on, bro. But saying what was I saying? I feel like a lot of people
Just about
have
the title. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like a lot of people I know a lot of people that have a podcast, and
Oh yeah.
that's not a shot. That's not a shot, bro. I'm on this podcast because I have respect for you because
No, I
I
appreciate
like
it.
that was a condescending as fuck
No,
statement.
no, don't overthink it.
But
You're good.
but
This is off the record.
yeah, right. Sorry, I forgot. But there's just like a lot of people my age that have started podcasts, and like I've listened to some of the episodes, and I'm just like, dude, you're a fucking windbag. Why do you have a podcast? You have nothing to say, dude. You don't need a podcast. But I saw like you sent me that message, and I was like, I didn't know you had a podcast. Okay, let me do some research. And I looked at everything, and I was like, damn, this is a podcast. This isn't like just some fucking out of my mom's basement type shit.
Oh
Are you
yeah.
out of your mom's
I'm
basement?
literally in my mom's basement, but
Okay, okay, okay. But I said that on purpose.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't know, you just have some like you have like it feels intentional, it feels professional, it feels like I'm on
Thank
an
you, thank
actual
you.
podcast. Like
Yeah,
I was driving, like I was drive I had to be in my at my parents' place today,
yeah,
but I was
yeah.
driving to my parents' place. I was just in the car and I was just like, I'm fucking nervous, dude. I'm nervous for this podcast.
And
Um
I'm
it,
nervous whenever like I get guests, man. Like,
Yeah,
oof,
but like who do you have on it? Bro, you have me. Like what do you I'm fucking nobody, bro. Like that's
no,
not even like if you were Joe Rogan or like fucking I don't know, the girl from Call Her Daddy or some shit. Like you would have like relevant yeah, not that yeah, you
I
just
get what
have
you're
like
saying.
people of
Yeah,
fame on your
yeah,
podcast and you would have a right
yeah,
to be nervous. Like you have fucking
yeah,
interviewing Seth Rogen on Tuesday. If you're nervous, I understand, but
yeah.
you're interviewing Jesse from Niagara Falls. Like, I'm
Well, I mean, I think it comes down to just like the fact of like how much I care about it, right? And
yeah,
like,
I could tell,
um,
bro. I can tell, and that's why I'm talking to you because I could feel that intention behind even like your emails and like communicating with me, your podcast page. Like, it feels like you care about this,
yeah.
and that's what I internalized, and that's why I respected you enough to be on.
Well, I'm
That's
glad you
why I
see it.
respected you enough to be on your podcast. But
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
very much thank you, sir. Yeah,
no, dude, like I feel like people just do. I feel like people. I feel like everything is a trend nowadays, and they kind of just hop onto shit and just hope that they can run with it
hope
and
that it
make
picks
a
up.
quick
Picks
buck.
up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you meet somebody that's actually dedicated to something and like cares about something, you could tell they care about it.
Yeah,
It it rubs off and it feels right. And
yeah.
I could tell you care.
Thank you. I'm glad that that
Is that
shows through.
is that the first time somebody has complimented you on your podcast? Or is that can I take the
I'd say so. Yeah. I
hell
mean,
yeah, bro, hell yeah.
I had one of my teachers, and he was all over,
Oh
how
shit.
like happy he is that I'm
Just
doing this,
glazing
but
you.
like, yeah, like
Yeah.
I
Validation
yeah.
with Jordan Rance. That's what this is gonna be. Validation with Jordan Rance. Just you just invite people
The
on your
title
podcast.
is
Just
Jesse Roman on glazing Jordan Rance for an hour and a
glazing Jordan.
half.
Yeah, your next podcast needs to be Glazing Jordan Rants and just you invite people on that are just like
Yeah,
complimenting you all
yeah,
the time,
yeah.
validating you.
Exactly right.
What teacher did you have on the podcast?
Simeon Ross. Do you know him?
I have no fucking idea. I dropped out of TFS
Oh yeah.
after 2 weeks. I don't know
You didn't like
if you
it?
know that's dude.
No, I didn't know that.
Uh sorry, I had to take a sip. I had to take a
hmm
sip.
hmm
Little sip. What are you drinking?
My addiction.
Oh, fuck off, bro. You are so
Yeah.
23, it hurts, man.
Yeah.
Um, you know what the thing, like, I just, for me, TFS was just an excuse to come to Toronto, essentially. It wasn't
Okay.
like I was not committed to the studies because, like, I had read hundreds of screenplays by the time I stepped foot in TFS, and I could tell the people around me had maybe skimmed through Pulp Fiction,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like, like, it just wasn't like I obviously this is going to be really arrogant and condescending when I say it, but I just there was nothing that the school could teach me about screenwriting that I already knew, and that's
Yeah.
probably like I would have benefited from being in production or like even
Okay.
acting. Um,
Would you ever
like those,
consider something like that? Maybe not
yeah,
at
yeah,
Toronto Film School, but just,
yeah,
taking an
for
acting
sure.
class or something.
Even like TFS acting, I'm sure like I obviously didn't take acting. My girlfriend took
Yeah.
acting and
She
she
was in
had
my
mixed
class. Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. She had
Yeah.
mixed opinions about it, like depending on what class you were in and what teacher you had. But I feel like
Yeah.
that's school. Like just school in general is entirely dependent on what kind of teacher you have.
Oh,
And
1000%. Yep.
you have
100%.
you have great teachers and you have a really good time, or you have just a shitty teacher. And maybe that's what it was with the writing department, but
Yeah.
like I just didn't have good like just I just wasn't bettering myself when I went
Hmm.
to class. I mean, it was only 2 weeks, so I can't really say that like that's a definitive answer, but um it just like I had already taught myself everything. I remember the moment. So I walked into one of my classes and the teacher pulled up a studio binder video off
Oh yeah.
YouTube that I
Oh, we
that I
watched
had.
a ton of those.
Yeah, yeah. So I had seen that video in 2019 when it came out, and that's the moment. That was the definitive moment. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't need to be here.
Yeah.
Like this is
This
not it.
is
And so
yeah.
I literally dropped out that night. Like I
Oh yeah.
emailed the fucking whoever it was, but
Whoever. Yeah.
um
Yeah.
yeah, I would have benefited. The point being, like the writing department for me was for shit because I just was confident enough in my ability to write,
Hmm.
and I think that I would have benefited from production
Yeah.
or acting. I don't even know why I chose writing. I think that was just what I was doing at the time, and it
Yeah. Yeah.
just felt like natural to just choose writing because I was writing.
Right.
But uh, I mean, the production department seems lit at TFS. I don't know, like if you know anybody from production, but they seem like they're having a
I
good
do know
time.
a few people. I'm not super close with any of them, but yeah, yeah, it does seem cool. Like the one
Yeah,
thing that I would say for sure about that school, and I don't know if Jules have ever talked to you about that, but I think that like one of my biggest criticisms, I guess you could say, about the school is they really sold this whole like how actors and the director students get to work together a lot,
yeah,
and I maybe did that once.
yeah, yeah. For like
Mm,
was it like a final project or something like that?
well, and like it was like a thing of like where I myself had to go and uh, uh, reach out to these directors and be like, "Hey, I'm an actor. Can I be?" I'm not saying that like doing my own like taking that initiative is a bad thing, but like when I'm told that it's like, oh yeah, like the actors and directors they're always gonna be working together and everything. It's like, and then when I get there, I'm like, there's no one,
Yeah, what the
there's
fuck's
nothing going
going
on.
on? Yeah, yeah,
Uh, it kind of was like, oh well, that's kind of shit.
yeah.
But
That was another.
um,
Okay, so that statement just like I got there, like they sell this idea of like you watch the enrollment videos and you're like, shit, dude, they're like
oh
making stuff. Like hell
man, I
yeah.
got a story for you.
Dude,
Uh,
and then you pull up, and then you're like, dude, there's nothing. It's just
yeah,
empty hallways. There's nothing
yeah.
going on, bro.
Like
But
first
what were
off,
you
like
saying?
I mean, I'll preface by saying that like I didn't hate my experience at Toronto. Like I loved it there, like because I mean
Did you
mainly for the people that
graduate?
I met. Yeah, I did.
Okay, okay.
Mainly for the people that I met. All right, like not necessarily for the school aspect, but I think like the school was well, it's the reason of how I met all these people. I mean, think inadvertently that's kind of how I met you, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that was our sort of uh that part. Um, what was I saying? But I don't know what I was just getting at there. Um,
Story about how there's nothing happening
oh
at
yeah,
TFS.
the
Was it?
enrolling. That's right. That's right. Uh, I cried of tears and joy when I was watching that enrollment video because I was like, damn, this is like I'm gonna be like a fucking superstar going to this school, right? They're showing all the fucking, you know, red carpet clips at TIFF and everything like that, and you're like, oh my god, this is crazy. This is like glamorous. This is
Yeah.
awesome, right? And then like I
Can I
said,
ask you? Can
I
I
did
ask
enjoy
you?
it, but yeah, go ahead.
Did you feel like you got scouted when you got accepted?
Got scouted, like,
Yeah.
um,
So like I don't know what it was, but like maybe it was just my enrollment officer, but like just it's just so I remember um like I submitted something like a sample or something like that.
yeah,
And I got like a call from the enrollment office and they were just like, yeah, you need to come. And I was like, okay. and they were just kind of glazing me, and I was just kind of like wishy-washy about it because I wasn't sure at the time
Yeah,
because
yeah.
kind of wanted to work on things myself.
Hmm.
And then they just kept calling me, dude. It was
Oh
like
no.
they just kept calling me. They called me like
Well, I have
six
thoughts
or
about
seven
that
times.
for sure.
And no, but like so like they called me like six or seven times, and like when I spoke to the enrollment, it was just like we need you here. Like you need to come. Like you're like you belong with us. And I was just like it made me feel
Oh,
good, right? Like I was like
yeah,
you like I
yeah,
gotta call, and I was like, okay, like all right, damn. And but like
yeah.
let me pull up. And uh and I pulled up and there was no party, but that was
Oh no.
but they made me feel really it did feel genuine. So I will say like they made me it was very validating the way that that said enrollment officer,
Yeah.
teacher, whatever who fucking I
The
don't know. The
advisor
enrollment
person. Yeah.
person, advisor,
Yeah.
that's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
It was very validating, but like it did feel genuine, but was it a scam also? That's my question.
And
That's that.
so, I mean, like any of my actor peoples that may be watching this episode, might agree with me when I say these words. Again, do not. It's no shade at Toronto Film School. And I'm reiterating that because I don't need any, higher ups at the school being like, oh fuck this guy, not gonna ever, do anything with him. The school is great,
I, I'll shade him
but
for you. I'll shade him for you, bro.
yeah, you'll be my shade translator.
Hey,
Um,
dude, you know that I'm gonna wear that badge proudly when I make it as a director. That I dropped out of TFS. Fuck TFS. So
ew.
sorry if you gotta cut. Yo, if you gotta
No,
cut that, you can
I
cut
love it.
it.
I love it. Um,
Hey, 2 weeks of TFS. Fuck TFS. I'm still famous. That's what I'm gonna say. Just so you know.
uh,
But
yeah,
you continue. You
I don't
continue.
need
Your
you.
what were you saying?
uh, oh yeah. So they're very. At least they used to be. I hope that it's not really this anymore. But they're very money hungry.
Yeah, bro. It's
And
fucking it's a
based
business.
on what you're telling me about how they're like, oh, we need you, we need you. I mean, you could give them the benefit of the doubt that they, maybe saw something in you, but is that
So I'm just
the
trying to
full
light up.
story? Is because it does sound a little bit to me that they were just like, oh, this guy would be good for our brand, and he
Yeah.
can give us lots and lots of money.
Joke's on them. I'm bad for their brand, bro. I'm gonna fucking degrade the shit out of them when I'm famous. So yo, it's actually they fucked up accepting me because now I have the dropout story, and every great director has a dropout story.
Yeah,
That's all I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah. Yes, sir.
I just like obviously every school is. I don't know if I want my light on right now. Sorry, I'm just deciding. But
You're good.
uh, I mean, it is a business. Like at fucking every private school is a business, of course, and like a
Yeah.
privately run school, and like I respect you need to meet your margins to justify your costs
Hmm.
and make sure your bottom line is profitable enough that the CEO is like has a yacht or something. But like
Yeah.
I just I don't even know if I know he has a helicopter. He has a helicopter for sure,
Andrew
but that's
Barnsley?
yeah, he's got a helicopter for
No
sure.
way.
Yeah, he
He's
gives
he's living like
helicopter.
that?
Nah,
Damn.
he's got helicopter energy. He doesn't have yacht energy, but helicopter energy for sure. Um, he's also bald, so maybe you should go to Turkey and use some of that TFS money. You should use my fucking tuition to get a fucking hair transplant. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have Yo, you actually cut that part. I should have said that.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe cut it. I don't know. Well, maybe watch it back and see if
I
it
can
actually
I
it's
can see about censoring it or something or
he's a nice guy. Okay, so
yeah.
the no don't cut it. I'm gonna rebound right now. I don't know
Okay.
why I said that hair stuff. That's fine. He's got he's got
The
a
the
great head. He's
intrusive
a very
thoughts just really
I forgot I
going
was on a
on.
podcast, but no, in seriousness, this is not me trying to rebound and not get blacklisted. He the owner of the school, the guy who runs the school, Andrew Barnsley. Andrew Barnsley. He's a really
Yeah.
nice guy. Like I spoken to him at a few times. he's given speeches to like I've been to Jules's like all her graduation and
Yeah,
events
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
He's a really nice guy and he has good intentions, very good intentions with the school. And I just like it honestly just comes down to the teachers. Like it's not you you need to hire people that want to do this. And like I feel
Yeah.
like at TFS there was just a bunch of people between jobs. So I have more animosity and resentment towards
Really, eh?
the teachers because especially in the writing department, it was just like they were in between feature jobs or in between TV show
See,
jobs.
so I mean, for me, like I would say almost the opposite for mine, and I would have to say that that must be like the writing sort of department because I didn't have much of an issue with many of my teachers. Like there were some, but um, you know, for the most part, like
It's not that like
that was the biggest thing that I loved about that school is that I felt like the teachers like actually like knew what they were talking about.
scared. Yeah.
Um,
So I don't know her name. I met her at TFS Fest. Ingrid,
Ingrid Hart.
Ingrid Hart,
Yeah,
Ingrid Hart,
yeah.
incredible person. I met her at TFS Fest and we were talking. Uh, just,
I never had her as
just
a teacher, but I've heard nothing but good things about her.
yeah, yeah. Jules had her as well, and actually the whole cast I think had her.
Yeah, yeah.
But she was an incredible person, and
Mm,
I could just speaking to her at TFS Fest was just like I grew from having one conversation with her, and she wanted to. Sorry, I just did a burping.
yep.
Excuse me. She wanted to. Sorry, she wanted to coach my coach my leads for shelf life. Just offered that, and like with her,
Just for
I don't
free,
know.
eh?
Yeah, like there was no
Wow.
ifs, ands, or buts. She was like, I want you to do the best thing that you can do, so I'm gonna coach your leads. And just like incredible person and just cares about her students. And I could just tell just she had a great relationship with Jules and um I
Yeah.
just felt it like it was so palatable that she really cared about seeing Jules and Farah and Cameron succeed in whatever they were doing. Uh, so much so that she offered assistance. That she wasn't just
Yeah,
a
yeah.
teacher, like just running her coaching company on the side. She was like, I want these
Right.
people to do the best job they can do. And just
Absolutely.
like incredible experience, like talking to her and getting to know her. And like that's the thing though, that's the separation though. Like you have some teachers that are like Ingrid, and then you
Yeah.
have some teachers that are in between Christmas special features that just need a fucking
Uh,
job. And
uh-huh. Uh-huh.
there just needs to be a better vetting process, or
Mm.
I don't even know if there can be a vetting process for teachers. Like you just kind of
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
get them in a classroom and experience it. But
Yeah.
anyways, Andrew Barnsley is sick. His bald head suits him. Uh, we're moving on from that because I just got blacklisted. I'm calling him bald. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I don't know. Maybe the hair transplant stuff
Yeah,
might
no, he
not.
doesn't need it. He's handsome as hell, dude. Such a
Yeah,
handsome guy.
yeah. Andrew
Handsome,
Barnsley,
incredible CEO of TFS, if that's his
TF.
title.
Yeah.
Nothing I said is valid. Anyways.
Good. Good save. Good save. Ah, man. So you wrote Shelf Life in
I
a day and
did.
a half, you said.
I did.
Um, what
Obviously, there's been
inspired it? Like I know you had,
edits.
so you
The,
had you go ahead. We're
sorry to cut you
talking.
off.
Yeah.
There's been edits. There's been many
Okay.
drafts, but like the
But
pages were done, and
the actual sort of initiating, like you wrote as that challenge with your with River. You said his name was.
yeah,
Is that yeah?
River Foster.
Uh, but like what I guess sort of take me through that sort of creative process and like how that what's the inspiration behind it? That was a
Yes.
hard way to get through that. But
So, I mean, like, it's like that's another thing too. Like, artists get asked that all the time. Like, what's your inspiration? Like, how did you think of this? But like, that's where the where you come from comes into play because
hmm
So you
Okay, so it's
obviously I can't spoil too much of it, but
yeah,
you read the script, so I can talk
yeah,
vaguely about
yeah.
it. The most of the script takes place in a motel room, and when
Hmm.
I sat down to write the script, I was like, I want to write a short film that just takes place in a motel, and I don't know what the hell is happening. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be in a motel, and that's so I started writing it, and it ended up being like this murder thriller, romance comedy, which is like
Yeah,
six different genres. uh, and that comes from Niagara Falls because I grew up around motels, and like every single corner of Niagara Falls, there's a motel with a shitty theme, space theme, fucking dinosaur theme, what I don't know, whatever.
yeah.
And that comes from Niagara, like the. Sorry, I have birds also. I don't know. My parents have
You're all good.
birds. You
You're
can
all
maybe
good.
hear them squawking in the background. But anyways, that's a little Jesse
It's
lore
not
for you.
screaming children. Yeah,
Jesse has no, it's not. Jesse has birds at his
yeah.
parents'
Hell
house.
yeah.
But yeah, every corner of Niagara Falls has some shitty motel with some shitty themes that are just like really fucking weird for whatever reason. And I just wanted to do that. And like I've had that
Yeah.
like inkling to like do something about it. Like I've had this like from my childhood, just do something in a motel. And so I sat down and wrote this scene. It's like 50-page scene in a motel, and I wrote poetry in between because like fuck it, I don't know why. I just wrote poetry in between each scene because I wanted to.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, that was it. And then I give it to River, and River was like, "This is fucking
Yeah.
crazy. Like, where did this
Yeah.
come from?" And I was like, "I don't know, man. Niagara Falls motels." And logically, the script makes absolutely there's fucking no sense at all. But it's a metaphor, so that's what matters in filmmaking, right?
Yep.
And yeah, and so I just like kind of stuck to that, and I it's just sort of become what it is now, and there's so many like yeah, it's just yeah, that's all I have to say
Mm.
about where it came
Yeah.
from. Like it
Yeah.
just came from this idea of I wanted to write something in a motel room. I don't know
And it
what
sort
it
of
is.
just
It just sort of spiraled into this like
spiraled. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
sprawling thriller
Mm.
about romance, and like so the romance kind of fell into it because I'd been in a relationship. I just started my relationship, not just started, but it was like 6 months or like
Hmm.
4 months or whatever. But romance was new. Romance wasn't new to me, but being in love with somebody was new to me, and
Mm.
somehow, whatever I'm going through at that certain point in my life, it kind of makes its way into my script, and
Yeah.
that's what I was feeling at that time, and it just made sense. So I started writing, and I haven't looked back since.
I
Is what
love
they
that.
usually say. I think
Yeah. Yeah. The rest is history, is what they
and the
say. Yeah. Yeah.
rest is history, Jordan
Yeah.
Rance.
Awesome.
But yeah, it like sorry, I just want to say like it's just I don't know, man, like I don't believe in fate, but it just feels so like
Why not?
unreal. Like
Because I
I
think I think that
no,
we all have we're all meant to
so
do
I
something.
pause. I do believe in fate. I
Okay.
said that to
Oh.
sound more pragmatic and
Yeah.
serious.
Hmm.
Not that I don't believe in fate. So I do believe in fate, but with very like rigid guidelines. Like I have a guideline book for fate, just so I don't get carried away, like most people get carried away. But it just feels like right. Like every single moment feels like it was just placed there. And like so, for
Yeah.
example, there's a scene in the movie. The movie is like almost feature length, but it's not quite. So I'm calling it a short film, but it's
Oh,
like
okay.
kind of not a short film at all, actually.
It's
But
longer than a short, but shorter than a
yeah,
feature.
it's its own genre. It's its own like
Yeah.
it's its own category of length. That's what she said. But
Okay.
sorry. And um, so for example, so we should there's a scene in the film where it's the scene where she like everything happens, and she's kind of falling apart in this bathroom, which is the teaser that I posted on my
Yeah.
Instagram, which is part of it.
Yeah.
The scene is like 5 minutes long. That was like a couple minutes of it, but
Yeah.
it's a scene she's just losing her fucking mind in the bathroom. And when I wrote the script, I wrote it with a bathroom that was like, kind of bland and like had graffiti on the walls because I wanted graffiti on the walls because I just thought that would look cool in the background for
It's very
reason.
motel-esque. Yeah.
Yeah, very very like dirty, and
Yeah.
like I had a location lined up for it, and
Oh, nice.
I was just like I was pressing to get it because like I walked in the bathroom when I went there one time and it was just fucking covered in graffiti, and I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't it. It wasn't it.
Oh.
And so I some time went by, and the scene was coming up like the day that we had scheduled to shoot it, and my buddy owns a bar in Oakville called Temple Bar. Shout out Temple Bar. And
Shout out
he was
Temple
like,
Bar.
I was just like, I'm gonna go look at the bathrooms there, just because it might be easier because he's my buddy and he let me do whatever I want. And so I went to go look at the bathrooms, and the bathrooms had red walls, and I was like, this fucking sucks, dude. I can't shoot this shit in here. This is gonna look so stupid. And then I was like, just like running out of time, and like I needed to like make a decision. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go with the Temple, which is a sick bar, dope bar. Go to Temple Bar in Oakville if you guys ever want to have a good drink. But like that's a great bar. Just wasn't the right aesthetic for my movie. And so I was like, all right, fucking, I'm just gonna do Temple just because it's my buddy, and like I'm not gonna have any problems with the owner. Like Nigel is the owner; he's a great guy, incredible man, and Dom is a really good friend of mine. I think he's the owner actually. He owns it, but his dad is like whatever. But there was just I know them. So the point is that there would be no like they would just let me do whatever I want. So I went and I shot there. And I wasn't really thinking about it, like the walls or whatever. And we finished shooting. The scenes were fucking phenomenal. Like every take we did was fucking flawless. And I was just so like over the moon about everything. Like I had a moment, there was me and River, like River was there just for this one. And I was like looking at the monitor. My DP Hudson, incredibly talented guy.
Awesome.
He was holding the camera, and I was looking at the monitor, and there were Farah and Jules were on screen, and they were doing the scene, and I had this moment where I was just like, I looked at River and I was like, just gave him a look, and he looked at me and he just gave me a nod, and I was like, that was like this is it, this is like, there's no like, this is perfect, absolutely perfect. And Jules and Farah did it perfect every single time, and like,
That's
I don't
awesome.
know how, but like I gave Farrah one note, and I have an hour and a half of that footage, and it was just perfect every time. And then so like I wasn't really thinking about the walls, the point of the story, not that. And then I went to review the footage, and I realized that like most of it is blue and the bathroom is red, and it looks fucking incredible in red. And the whole theme of the film is they're running from the cops, and I have these two dominant colors of red and blue, and I was like, this just is perfect. This just makes complete sense. Like I don't need to like do anything. There's no like, I didn't write this. It's just fate, just like absolutely perfectly, just dominoes just falling, and it just made perfect sense that it was
Falling
red
into
and
place,
not
yeah.
graffiti. Sorry, that was an elongated story about a bathroom wall.
It shows the importance of it, though. Yeah, like
it's just like everything has just been like, there's just been so much subtext to everything, and we shot Cameron Anderson has a really important scene where she gets stopped by the police. So I'm not going to give any spoilers as to what happens, but she obviously, I have script for it, but I have script when the police officer comes to the window, and like what they go through, and we're just kind of sitting in the car, and I was just like, Cam, give me some like fucking improv right now, just to see, like, because we lined up the light, and the light perfectly went over her eyes, and I was like, this is the shot. It's a silhouette, and we have the police lights going over her eyes. And I was like, just give me like something. And she just went just did an improv, like just a bunch of improv, and it was just fucking phenomenal. And like I could take any second from that improv and put it in the movie and it would be perfect. And she just fucking killed it.
Wow.
And like obviously I have zero budget for this, so we're not shooting with like big crews or anything like that. And
Yeah.
I have pretty much no like lights for the important scenes or lights for the important shots. And um, I just had a
So you make do with
flashlight
what you
for
got.
yeah, yeah. I just had a flashlight for Cameron's scene, and my
Yeah.
idea in the script was that it would just be the flashlight, but I wasn't sure, like with camera exposure and everything, how it would work out. And then we lined up the camera, and then it was me. I played the police officer, actually.
Oh yeah.
I got an 80 on my lines because my lines are fucked. They're so shit, but I'm not an actor.
Yeah.
I should have asked you, actually. I should. No, you're in Winnipeg. I couldn't.
Oh, you're all good.
But it was me, and I was holding the flashlight, and then I was just like, the exposure is gonna be clapped or whatever. I'm gonna have to like figure this out. And then I looked at the footage, and Cameron's performance with the flashlight just fucking knocked it out of the park. And like
Wow.
zero notes. It was almost as if they were reminding me because it was just me and Hudson, so I was just kind
Yeah.
of like, and we were on like a public road, so I was kind of concerned about like.
Okay.
Um, we weren't on a public road. I had permits to shoot this. So yes. But I was concerned. I was just stressed because I didn't know like how much time we'd have or if I would have to like smooth talk somebody, a police officer, like a landowner or something.
Yeah.
I had permits to shoot this. I'm lying right now. But
Yeah, you totally did. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Cameron was like, just like, she was like, so do you like need me to like do anything else? And I was like, no, you're great. Let's do it. Let's do it one more time. And we just did like 10 times. And I reviewed the footage that night and it was just fucking flawless. And like every single
Right.
time that they step on screen, it's fucking flawless. They're incredible actors. And I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed that I got really lucky with all my crew.
Yeah.
Uh, I made a post about this, just saying it, but like I got so lucky that I got to work with such incredibly talented people, and it's allowed me to just kind of step back and let them not figure it out, but like just do what they need to do, and like I don't need to like get over involved or like just get relentless on my notes or like mold them like I'm molding a cold block of clay or something. It's just they
Yeah.
just know what to do, and I got so lucky, especially with my actors, because like I've worked with actors before that haven't been incredible.
Yeah.
Um, no name
No, I
dropping,
get what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah.
but just sometimes you work with an actor and you're like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man, we need
Yeah.
plumbers.
What
You
do
don't
you?
need.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't need to like I've maybe given over this entire shoot I've given 10 notes to my entire lead cast, which is like
That's
unheard
crazy.
of as a director.
Yeah.
Like
Oh
it just
yeah.
they give it just they're so talented. And
Yeah.
especially
I
my
love
girlfriend
that.
Julianne Mason is just she's just a wonderful but in all honesty she is like, especially like, so we the scene that we shot is like very heart-wrenching and like you need to be panicked. And I was like, Jules, okay, you gotta, that was the one note. I was like, Jules, you gotta like, it's gotta be convincing, right?
Yeah.
You gotta like make me feel it. And
Yeah. Yeah.
she was like, okay. And then like I said action, like that, she turned it
Yeah.
on
Just
just
dropped into it.
immediately. And it was so profound. Like obviously I'm her boyfriend, so I'm gonna have an emotional reaction to this because I have like an emotional attachment to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I got you.
I'm rewatching the footage and I'm crying. I'm crying
Yeah.
rewatching the footage, which is like that was when I started crying rewatching the footage. I was like, this is crazy. Like this is, I'm shooting this short film. It's supposed to be like some shitty ex-student short film,
Yeah.
and I'm getting these performances. It's wild. It's actually
Yeah.
crazy, and I'm so excited for people to see what we've done and the performances that we've gotten so far. And like even her mom texted, like her mom was like, I don't know if I should be saying this. Her mom was like, I don't know if it's like just because I'm your mom or anything, but I just couldn't watch the teaser because it's too heartfelt and
Oh, hey,
profound, and you're like losing your marbles. And obviously, like if you're a mom and you see your daughter crying, like that's gonna be a reaction. But
for
I'm gonna
sure,
use
yeah,
it. I'm gonna use it to sell this film because that just,
yeah,
it works.
yeah.
But like if I had the reaction, like I'm rewatching this footage and I'm just bawling, and I'm just like, it's
Wow,
my
hey.
girlfriend, but also it's just so like the performance is so real and
Spot
so
on. It's
visceral.
exactly what you envisioned.
Exactly what I
Yeah,
wanted. And
yeah,
she's so talented, and Farah just hits the mark every single time. And
yeah.
this that with Farah, she's kind of like a little self-conscious at first, into getting into it, and once she finds that groove, it's like
Mm,
she's just hits the mark every single time,
right,
and
right, right,
just
right.
the anxiety and the doubt just falls away. And Cameron is just like, I've worked with all of them with the play, and Cameron is incredibly talented. I
Right.
saw it in the play, and I'm seeing it in this. Like it's just and the three of them together, they're best friends. So like the
Mm.
chemistry they have together
It helps
is
for sure.
it helps a lot. Like especially
Yeah,
because these are characters that know each other.
yeah.
But the three of them together, it's just dynamite. And Nick, I haven't shown much of Nick because I'm kind of keeping him a little secret
Hmm.
for the actual product. But Nick Doucette, he didn't go to TFS. He's a
Okay.
outsider.
Yeah.
Um, he is one of the best, or probably the best, improvisational, or like just, I
Oh,
don't know
that's
how to like
awesome.
say it, but like trying things actor. Like every take, he gives me something a little different, or like he tries things. He's not afraid
Yeah.
to try something completely different from what he did the take before, and he's not self conscious about it, and he's not anxious
Yeah.
about it. He just does it, and it's incredible. And most of
Strong
his
choices. Yeah.
yeah, most of his part is in voiceover in this,
Hmm.
and just the inflection of his voice and the way that he delivers lines is so like infectious,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
he's incredible voice. And then my crew, of course, like my DPs, Charlie, and Hudson. Like Charlie is like unbelievably talented.
Yeah.
He understands lighting like no one I've ever met in my life, and he's just unbelievably, there's incredibly unequivocally talented. And Hudson, this young kid that I just met off the fly, that I was just like, all right, I need a DP to fill in, um, and he does it, and it's just like, it's the same thing, man. It's like fucking breathing to him, and he's just so like, just the shots and like lining everything up, and their faces are perfectly right where they need to be,
Yeah.
right exactly when they should be, and it's just incredible. And I'm so blessed because this film is gonna be fucking incredible, and it's gonna be hardly because of me.
No, don't
But
say that. Of course, it's
no, like
without you.
I gotta
It's
give it to the crew. I gotta
for
give it to
sure.
the crew. The writing is the writing, but
I mean, no, I mean, like what I would say though, it's like, yeah, sure, like having the great actors, great crew, that obviously helps the vision come to life. But that vision would never even exist without you, right?
all right, bro, fair enough.
So yeah.
That's just, I
Um,
mean, that's always the way I've been about it. I don't know, maybe it's like a sign of insecurity or something, but like I just deflect praise.
yeah.
Um,
I
but I
mean,
just,
yeah,
I like to give it to other people because it does take a community to make a film, and it takes so many incredibly talented people to make something beautiful. And sure, like the
hmm,
writing is there, and I have the vision and what I want from the shots and like how I want it to look, but I also need to execute it, and I can't
yeah,
execute it without people that know how to do it.
for
And
sure. Yeah,
the people that know the people that I've had on this project that know how to do it
yeah,
know how to fucking do it, Jordan Rance.
yeah,
That's all I have. That's just,
yeah.
yeah.
It helps, eh? Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I'm
it
so
does
happy
help.
that you're well, really you're doing the thing, and that
Doing the
it's
thing.
it's working out so well, and I hope that it continues for sure, man. What are like the biggest lessons you've learned so far in your career?
Um, the biggest lessons I've learned so far in my career. I think that you need a AD, man. Sorry, this is like a
Okay.
very like pragmatic as a director. As a director, if you are listen, if you are a first time director and you are directing a short film or like a project that is bigger, more complicated in scope than just like picking up a camera and shooting some shit with your friends, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm getting away with it mediocrely, but like you need to find a good AD. A good
Yeah.
AD, if you have a good AD, a good AD will save you so much time. It'll save you so much effort. It'll save you so much stress. I worked with Emery Woods on the first part of this project.
Okay.
And Emery, oh my God, that guy's insane. Like, he is so good at what he does. I don't even know where he learned all this shit. Like, I think he went to, like, I think he went to TFS too. But he, like, I learned so much from watching him work. Even though I will never be a first AD, I have no interest in being a first AD.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
him, watching him work and, like, it's like he had my back. Like he had my back like I was like his dad or something. And no, obviously that's trivializing it, but like he's just Emery is just he was incredible at what he did, and watching him work made me realize that having a first AD takes so much stress off you as a director, so that you can
Yeah.
focus on the vision, so you can focus on what you want, so you can tell your
Right.
actors, talk to your actors, talk to your DP, talk to everybody about what is on screen, like what
Yeah.
you're seeing. But Emery, he did everything that was off camera. The world that is off camera that you don't see, that is not the frame,
Hmm.
the frame that you're seeing
Yeah.
is his work. It's not the director's work. He keeps everybody in line, keeps all the actors on time, make sure the boom isn't in shot, whatever it is.
Right.
Whatever isn't in frame, that entire world that's not in frame, which is the entire world. So Emery keeps the entire world in check while I'm looking at this fucking stupid little frame on a monitor. So an AD for sure.
It's a huge help. Yeah.
In terms of some more like sentimental advice, I think that as a writer, so like I want to give some writing advice on here because talking about filmmaking, but like I've always started with the page, so I want to just give some advice about the page to those writers out there,
Yeah.
writer directors, because there's a lot of writer directors that So sorry, this is a complete aside. When I was at TFS, you know how many people introduce themselves with their first and last name like it meant something? That's just so
Okay.
unbelievable, bro. Like this is like, just tell me your first name. You don't need to give me like, yeah, I'm Jesse Roman. I'm Jesse Roman. Fuck off, bro. Like this is
Yeah.
not. This
It's so
not
like
like just.
transactional. Like.
Yeah, it's like okay, you're Quentin Tarantino. I understand. So
Yeah.
what are we
Yeah.
doing here?
Yeah.
But
Big shot.
yeah, just very condescending. But
Yeah.
like that's okay. Second piece of advice: don't when you introduce yourself, don't say your first and last name. Just say your first name.
Just your first. Yeah.
Brad Pitt doesn't say I'm Brad Pitt. He says I'm
Yeah.
Brad. Or
Yeah.
I'm Will,
Exactly.
whatever it is.
Yeah,
But like,
right. Right. Right.
don't. First piece of advice: hire Emery Woods. Second piece of advice. Second piece of advice: introduce yourself with your first name only. Third piece of advice: when you're writing, stop thinking about writing a movie. I'm like completely pulling this out of my ass right now, but like just this is the way that I approach it. I don't when I sit down to write a movie, I'm not writing a movie. I'm creating a story. I'm watching a story in my mind and putting it on a piece of paper. I'm not writing a screenplay. I'm not writing a movie. I'm not writing a story. I'm not writing anything. I'm watching a movie. So sit down in front of your piece of paper. Forget about the fucking slug line, elevator pitch, all the
Yeah.
fucking semantics and bullshit of writing and spacing and dialogue placement. Watch the movie in your head, put it on a piece of paper, and then put it into a screenplay format because
Yeah.
nobody's going to see that first draft anyways. You're not writing a movie when you sit down. You're watching a movie. And I feel like that's what a lot of people forget. Um, that's when it comes naturally. That's when your beats hit when they should be. When I sit down and write and just sit there and think about a beat, like this needs to be the beat. This needs to be
Yeah.
what happens right at this point in
Yeah.
this script. It's not gonna fucking happen because
No.
it's not organic. When you sit down in front of a blank piece of paper in front of your screen and you say, I'm gonna watch a movie right now, and you
Yeah.
just write what's going on in your head, and you let it come out. The beats hit every single time. There's no hesitation. There's no anxiety. There's no that doesn't sound right. It just comes out, and it makes sense. And that's like the piece of advice that I would give to writers, like as somebody who
Awesome, eh?
is proud of their catalog and does write consistently, and I just think that people get hung up on the semantics of writing and the idea of like, am I writing right now, instead of just making a movie, like watching a movie come to life on the page and just being as excited. If you're writing something, you're doing something right. If you're writing something and you write a sentence and it catches you off guard and you're like, damn, that's really cool. Or like you get really excited about a sentence or a scene or like something your character says. It's because you're watching that movie in your mind. You're feeling
Yeah.
it in real time. And when you're like laying out your film on a fucking beat chart and doing whatever it is you're doing to like make sure your film follows perfect structure, when you sit down to write it, you're not going to feel it. You're not going to feel it. And
Yeah.
that's when the emotion comes out. The emotion comes out when your pen writes a period, or you hit the period on your computer and you're like, damn, that sounds really cool. I'm
Right.
really proud of that, or I feel really good about that. That's
Yeah.
when the emotion comes out. It's not in your beat boards. It's not in your structure map. It's not in Save the Cat, which is sitting on your fucking shelf. It's just experiencing that movie in real time for the first time when you sat down in front of your computer or your piece of paper and you decided to write it. And that's what I would say about writing. That's how you should feel about writing. Not that how you should, obviously not how you should feel. Everybody does it differently, but just trying to be more inclusive. But I
Yeah.
just think from my perspective, that's what has worked for me, and it's worked because people feel a way about my stories. They feel a way about my initials at the end of a script. They feel a way about the title. They feel a way about the characters. They feel a way about the iconography. They feel a way about the dialogue, and that's something that hasn't changed. That's something that keeps getting communicated to me with every new story that I write, and that's the one thing that I want people to know is just feel it. Just feel it while you're writing it, and you're gonna write something great.
Fucking A.
I
Wow.
don't know, dude. I'm
That
gonna listen
was
to this back.
that's crazy.
I'm gonna listen to this back, and I'm probably gonna think I'm gonna sound so fucking cheesy. This is
No.
good.
No. I promise you, like, genuinely speaking to you right now, I totally forgot we were on a podcast and I thought you were just genuinely like just talking to me. And I feel like even though I'm not a writer or a director, I mean, side note, that is something I can definitely see myself doing potentially in the future if I ever
Yeah.
have like a sort of an idea or, whatever. But like just even the things you're saying, like I felt like I learned stuff from you. Like I mean, and when people are telling me things, and even like in this sort of specific circumstance of like, well, you weren't necessarily directing that advice to me specifically, but like I'm listening to all these different things about how you're feeling it, right? And I'm starting to think in my head, I'm like, wow, like anything that I'm sort of like passionate about, like I'm feel it, right? And
Yeah. That sounds really corny, but like just
no,
anything.
like
Not even
I
writing.
promise you,
Anything.
like I don't think it is. Maybe some other, but I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. Like fuck them, right? Like, dude, it phenomenal, phenomenal. And I
Thanks.
think you're very, very wise and you're very well spoken, and I think that really helps. And I think, yeah, like the, I guess, I mean, you've said a couple times that you feel that it's, I don't know, condescending or whatever to, I don't know, act like you know what you're doing, but I really don't think that at all, because you clearly do know what you're doing, right?
Wow.
And
It doesn't feel like that when I'm sitting on set holding the fucking
like,
camera
and
and
I'm
the
not
boom
trying
mic.
to like, uh, don't get me wrong, and like I think you know what I'm saying. Like I'm not saying that like you're like, I don't know, the greatest of all time or whatever, but like you do, you're not no, like you're I can't think of the words, but like
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I'm the next Tarantino. That's what you just said.
yeah.
No. Just put this on the record. Put this on the record.
On the
I'm
record.
not. Fuck Tarantino. I'm not the next Tarantino. Fuck that guy. I'm the
Yep.
next Scorsese. All right. Just
Okay.
write that down. Put that on the
Okay.
record. That's it.
I thought you were gonna say I'm the first Jesse Roman.
Oh shit. Wait. Can we scratch that?
There you go.
No.
I just gave you your.
I don't know how much time we have, but if I could get into Tarantino, that'd be a whole separate podcast. Jesse Roman gets into Tarantino.
Man, just
But
ripping into him.
yeah, I have very strong opinions about that man. I'm the first Jesse Roman. We'll leave it at that. That's the.
Oh yeah. Cool. Well, I'm gonna end it off with my classic rapid fire questions. This is something I do with all my guests. Some will pertain to the stuff we've talked about. Some will just be kind of, general sort of things.
General knowledge. This is trivia.
No, it's all stuff about you. Like it's all like whatever you like and all that stuff.
Okay.
Something I've also said many times before is like, even though it is rapid fire, if you feel that you want to talk more about it, please do, but no pressure. Getting right into it. Favorite film of all time? Your number one. Starting off strong. And don't even think about asking me that because I don't know.
Can I say two?
Yeah.
I'm going to say number one is The Master by Paul Thomas Anderson. And number two, which is like equally as prolific, is Memories of Murder by Bong Joon-ho. Bong Joon-ho. I apologize if I didn't say that name correct.
Okay. Wow, hey. Nice. Why?
Have you seen those?
No.
No. Paul Thomas Anderson, like I relate to him as a director, like just his style is kind of like, I don't know, I just feel like it's the pinnacle of filmmaking, just his direction and his acting and his performances and his characters, especially his characters. I'm very character driven, so like my writing is very like, I don't really think of a plot. I usually think of a character and then I write the character's story.
Okay.
That's also another piece of writing advice. Don't fuck the plot. Forget about the plot. You can have a good concept. Think about your characters, because that's what people fall in love with. Think about any movie that you love. I guarantee it's the character that you fall in love with. So character driven. He has very character driven narratives. Bong Joon-ho's Memories of Murder, because that movie just leveled me when I watched it for the first time. And I write ensemble films, so films that have a lot of characters that are sort of leads. Shelf Life being one of my 4 lead characters who have an equal amount of screen time. He writes ensemble films, and his ensemble writing and framing is like no other director. And I learned a lot from him, and I really internalized his style of creating narratives with multiple characters.
Awesome. Hell yeah. Your go-to comfort food?
Are we talking snacks or like a main course? Okay,
Anything.
Pizza came to mind. I like pizza a lot.
Yeah.
I really like pizza.
I would say the same thing. But
I
you
feel
know
like
what?
everybody says pizza though.
Yeah,
Can I
it
say
is a
pasta salad? I'm gonna say pasta salad.
Okay.
Pasta salad is great.
Yeah, I love it. One thing people don't know about you.
I have a disabled pug.
Oh.
Yeah, his name is
And how-
Max.
Oh, okay.
Disabled, I mean he's sort of, his back legs don't work. I don't know if that's the right terminology for it.
Yeah.
He's got mad hip problems.
Okay.
So it's kind of a sad story, but yeah, nobody ever sees him because he's just lurking. He's lurking in the background. He's the one that writes the scripts, actually. It's just I'm the puppet.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, you get all the credit.
Yeah.
Dream actor or actress that you would want to work with?
would say my girlfriend, but I'm already working with her, so it's dream actor to work with. Living or dead?
What is it?
Living or dead?
I don't know who that is.
Living or dead? Oh my
Oh my
god!
God, I couldn't understand you. I was like, "What are you
Sorry.
saying?" Uh,
Living or dead?
uh, d- either. Like, yeah. Uh,
Philip Seymour Hoffman. Just fucking. I wish, man. He passed away. He
okay.
passed away. He died. He died. He's dead. That fucking guy is dead. But just he's just like the most incredible actor I've ever seen on
Yeah.
screen, and seeing him in The Master with Joaquin Phoenix, but just the two of them in The Master was just something that just really profoundly affected me as a creative, and I dream of working with somebody as talented as him.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like I should say a female too, just because I said a male. Uh, um, Scarlett Johansson, I feel like would be really cool to
Oh
work with
wow.
too. It's just like a really cool
She seems
actor.
like she puts
Oh,
a lot of. Yeah.
can I say Jennifer Lawrence? Actually, if I were to
Mm.
cast, actually I have so many. I will. This is my final answer. This is my final answer. Final answer. As a man, Philip Seymour Hoffman. As a woman, Hunter Schafer from Euphoria.
Oh
So
wow, that's a
yes.
good.
So
Yes.
I have a so there's a bunch of people that sort of got famous off Euphoria
Yeah.
because of their performance. Zendaya being one of them. She was kind of like in and out of it, but Hunter Schafer did not get the recognition she deserved. Like obviously people
Hmm.
talked about her performance, but like people picked up Sydney Sweeney over Hunter Schafer in Euphoria. That's fucked. Hunter Schafer just killed it. She
Yeah.
killed it, and
Yeah.
I would love, and I will. I actually,
Yep.
I
Speak it
would,
into existence.
I will work with Hunter Schafer
Yep.
because that would be incredible.
Yep.
If we're talking about like realistically, I would obviously I can't work with Philip Seymour Hoffman because he's dead, but
Hmm.
Hunter Schafer,
Yeah.
I would love to work with Hunter
Yeah.
Schafer, and I will.
Oh
I
yeah.
will. Anyways,
Awesome. Well, Jesse, I want to thank you so much for coming on
is
the
that it
show.
for a rapid fire, bro? Give me
Yeah, I
one more.
mean,
Give me one more. Give
one
me one more
more.
question.
Oh man.
So that's a really good
Um.
question, actually. Let me think about the time that I did that. No, I'm just kidding.
Uh. Man, what is if there was like a I guess we could call it a theme song that would go along with Shelf Life. What would that be?
I've been looking for a trailer song, and a trailer song is very important. I thought it was Heartless. So usually, if it appears on my Instagram, it's one that I've thought about would be a good trailer song,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it doesn't end up being a trailer song.
Uh,
Um, so the three that I'm playing around with right now are Heartless by Kanye West.
yeah.
Shout out to him. He doesn't need the shout out. Heartless by Kanye West, Kill Bill by SZA,
Yeah.
and the one that's probably going to be.
The
I
top
don't know if I should
contender.
say. I don't know if I should say. 'Cause the
Uh,
trailer's going to be hard. Trailer's going to be really hard. Um, fuck it. This is off
say it
the
if you
record.
want, don't if you don't.
Diet Mountain Dew by Lana Del Rey. That's probably going to be
Ah,
the trailer song because it makes complete sense. It just makes
okay.
complete sense.
I
I
haven't
wish it
heard
could be in
that
the movie.
one.
So I do have hopefully two original songs that are coming to the movie.
Hmm.
And one of those songs might be the trailer song. I might
Oh,
just
cool.
make it a trailer song, but
Yeah, yeah.
I have one of them right now. The other is still being worked on, but I'm
Yeah.
really excited for that. So we'll have music. We'll have music for the movie.
Awesome. Hell yeah. Well, that's all I got. I'm gonna give you the floor. I know you've kind of talked your heart out for the past little bit, But if you have
Dude, was that
anything
a
else
shot? Was that a shot?
no.
Bro
I'm
invites
saying-
me on his podcast just to get fucking knock me for talking.
Yeah, you talked for so fucking long. Fuck this guy.
This Jesse Roman guy doesn't shut the fuck up.
Oh my god, jeez. No. In all seriousness, if you have anything else to add, like, I mean, shout your shit out. I mean, obviously, for the people watching, listening, be sure follow Jesse's filmmaking journey. Following him on Instagram, by Jesse Roman. I think is that your tag?
That's the one. By Jesse Roman.
Yeah, that's all I got. I like I said, really appreciate you coming on and the kind words. You were, really boosting the show and everything, and boosting me and all that. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, that'll do it for today. Thank you guys all so much for watching, listening, viewing, all that stuff. Be sure to follow the show on Instagram and subscribe on YouTube at Off the Record with Jordan Rance. And do not miss new episodes every single Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, available wherever you get your podcasts. Once again, I'm Jordan Rance, and this is Jesse Roman, and we are out of here. Bye.